Hello and welcome to Lenny the one-armed lobster. Right there he is. He's only got one arm, but my friends, it is huge. But hey, before we get started, make sure you have your notebook out and you're ready to take some good old notes. And here we go. Lenny the one-armed lobster has been trapped within the polygon below. Right there, my friends. He is going to be hauled up and out of the ocean and into the fishing ship. Shortly after that, he will end up on someone's dinner plate. Yeah, ouch, that's no good for Lenny. Only you can help Lenny escape. Excuse me, that is actually not what it said. You are Lenny's only hope for escape, right? Solve the area of Lenny the one-armed lobster's polygon right here, and the fisherman will have to release him back into the ocean, and then Lenny can go enjoy his life again, right? Hey, let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing I like to do is just go ahead and write the formula for the area of a trapezoid. And it's area equals base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. And then you're going to take all of that and multiply it by the height. Now, let's take a look at what's in the parentheses here. If I take two numbers, right, and add them together and then divide by 2, I'm really finding the average. And let's look at what that really means here. So I'm going to make a little box around the this trapezoid here, right? And as you see, this box is not quite perfect. Let me get it a little bit better. So if you look here, I got a long base and then a shorter top base, right? And so if I took a little from the bottom here, and if I shrink that bottom a little bit here, whoops. Yeah, I didn't mean to block that out. If I shrink a little bit from the bottom right here and add a little bit to the top right there, and then I do the same thing over here where I shrink a little bit from the bottom and add a little bit to the top, I'm really finding the average, right, which is right here. And then I've really got kind of because if you imagine that this section's gone and it's up here and this section's gone and it's up here, now I've really got a rectangle, right? And then I can just do the base of whatever that rectangle is, which is going to be the average of the top and bottom, and then multiply that by the height. And that's what really this formula is doing here. So let's go ahead and start plugging in the numbers and actually just do exactly that. So for the area, and I'll do a different color here now, I've got my base 1 is really 3.5, and I'm adding my base 2, which is 6, right? And then I'm going to divide that by 2. So once again, my base 1 is 3.5, base 2 is 6 all the way across, and then I'm going to divide that by 2, and that's going to create a rectangle rather than a trapezoid shape, right? And then I'm going to take all of that once I'm done with that and multiply it by the height, which is 4, right? So let's go ahead and plug in times 4, right? So if I have it right next to parentheses, it means times. Super. So let's go ahead and do the first step here. I'm going to take 3.5 and add it to the 6, which is going to give me 9.5. So now I've got 9.5. Let's go ahead and just write A equals, and then 9.5 divided by 2, right? And then I'll take all of that and multiply it by 4. Superb. Let's do the next step, and that is to take 9.5 and divide it by 2. And I did my work right over here. So I took 9.5 divided by 2, and I've got 9.5 divided by 2. And I did all my work here, and you end up with 4.75, right, once you divide those. So now I can write in here 4.75. I'm going to use black again. So area equals 4.75. And then I'm going to multiply that by 4, right? Because I've just finished this step, and then I still have to multiply it by 4. And here we go. I've done the work down here. I've got 4.75 times 4, and 4 times 5 is 20. Drop your 0, carry your 2. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. Drop your 0, carry your 3. And then 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19. You got 1 loop-a-doop, 2 loop-a-doop, 1 loop-a-doop, 2 loop-a-doop. So your decimal goes there. And lo and behold, your answer is area equals 19. And now we're talking about up here, we've got, as you see, these are feet, right? So it's 19 feet, and that is squared. 19 feet squared is your answer. Da, 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 da. You gots to love that, my friends. And there you have it. Hey, what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause this video, back it up to when I first started solving all this problem, and then play a little pause and copy. Play a little pause and copy until you've done the entire problem side by side with me, my friends. And that is your fastest way to learn how to work with problems like this. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.